Hello everybody. I often get asked who my favorite comedian is or what my favorite stand-up is or whatever, and I kind of gave it some thought and thought I'd share with you guys like in a little video. So if you've never seen any of these shows or any of these people, you can totally look them up because it's like I highly recommend it. You guys are kind of sort of getting to know my sense of humor and what I find funny and what I don't, what I like and all that stuff. And these are just like my absolute freaking favorites. So again, if you haven't seen any of these, highly recommended. I didn't list them in any kind of order or whatever. Also, like, it's not supposed to be like a top 5 and this is better and this is worse and like from best to last. I just kind of wrote them down. And the first one that it's kind of old, kind of maybe way old, but it's my favorite. I think it's my favorite comedy show ever. Oh yeah, keep in mind that these are things that I knew and I've seen before I started reacting, because I have now, you know, I've entered the world of like Peter Kay and stuff, and there's live shows, but since I've only seen little clips and stuff, and I haven't seen a full live show of any of them or anything, this is just like before reacting Mandy was a thing. So this is like my faves. Now, like, I've seen Peter Kay, I saw Ramesh the other day, it was really funny, and Jimmy Carr is apparently really funny. Like, there's a lot of funny things, but since I haven't seen full shows and stuff, they're not on the list, so this is just things I've seen from beginning to end and just absolutely loved. Anyway, first is Eddie Izzard, Glorious. Very old, but very good. Every, like, year or two or so, I have to rewatch this. This is probably my all-time favorite show ever. I love it so freaking much. I kind of Googled where you guys can watch it. If you haven't seen it, again, highly recommended. Apparently it's on Amazon Prime. Not for me in Argentina, but the rest of the world can watch it on Amazon Prime, apparently. So that is like top. I know these weren't going in order. I just kind of wrote them down, but top fave, Eddie Izzard, Glorious.
I'm going to be extra funny tonight, just for you people. An extra 10% funny. You can't check, can you? Unless you came every night with a sort of laugh on and say, well, that's just fine. Fucking hell. So, the comedy, big fuck off room. Forgotten it now.
And then Eddie Izzard as well, Dressed to Kill. Freaking amazing. Absolutely just brilliant. Love it. Just all of it. Apparently it's on Amazon Prime as well. Just really good if you haven't seen it. There are other Eddie Izzard specials. I've seen them, but a lot of them felt kind of short for me. These are like my favorite. I've seen the other ones and stuff, but you know, it's really important in stand-up what topics or topic the comedian, you know, grabs and runs with. And the topics that come up in these two are just absolutely great. And then I've seen others. There's one like circles or whatever. And just my personal opinion, weren't so great. So you got those two from Eddie Izzard.
And they always eat, squirrels always eat nuts with 2 hands, always 2 hands. And occasionally they stop and go, oh, no. As if they're going, did I leave the gas on? No, I'm a fucking squirrel.
And then you have Daniel Sloss. I believe these are kind of sort of newer. You got 2 specials on Netflix. Maybe there's more on Netflix where I am, Argentina. There's only 2 at the moment. But you have Daniel Sloss Dark. The guy's Scottish. Daniel Sloss Dark, really freaking good. Obviously, dark humor. It's called Dark, but it's really funny. I actually just rewatched it like between yesterday and today. I saw the whole thing. You laugh. Well, I technically, personally, laugh my butt off like throughout the whole thing. Very fun. And then his second special comes after. It's called Jigsaw. And first of all, you kind of have to see Dark first, because it has a lot of references from Dark, the first special. And Jigsaw is funny. It has comedy, it has certain funny parts, but there's like a whole huge chunk of it that's kind of just like a metaphor, like a life metaphor of, you know, what makes you happy and what makes one person feel complete and stuff. And he just created this metaphor to like explain really well how one feels their life and stuff. And it's just really cool. Like, it's more of a philosophical thing, more than funny, but it's really cool. It's one of those things where it really, like, eye-opening, and when it ends, you're like, oh, you know, like, you start rethinking your life. And it's really cool. So I really like that one too. Haven't seen it, definitely suggest it.
All I'm asking is, if you've ever been in a situation like that, in a relationship where you felt trapped, like you couldn't get out of it and it was just easier to stay in it, all I'm asking is, if even for the briefest of seconds, have you ever accidentally caught yourself thinking how much easier life would be? If they were to just die?
And then, I guess this is the fourth. I don't know what order, because since they're the same, like, comedians, I did two, this is three, I don't know, whatever. Burnham, Make Happy, also on Netflix. Just fun, really fun. This guy is particularly a little weird. Definitely different kind of comedy. He has other shows, like the one that became really famous during the pandemic was Inside. I didn't really like it. There were snippets of the songs and stuff that became super viral because it was just like at the beginning of the pandemic and whatever. Parts of the songs came really viral, and they were pretty good. Like, they sounded good and stuff, but then I watched the whole thing. I honestly didn't finish it because I didn't like it. I kind of went skipping through it, see if there was anything that was actually good. And it was just music, I think, and it was like in his garage because it was just when the pandemic started, so that's why it's called Inside and blah, blah, blah. Not my thing, but, and I've also seen his comedy show called What? It's not what? It's what? With a full stop at the end, as you guys call it. I call it a period. But anyway, not really my thing either. But for some reason, the Make Happy special is like really good. I really liked it. I laughed. He like mixes songs and comedy and just, he plays a lot with the timing and it's just fun. Like, I like that it's called Make Happy because that's like, that was his goal. He just wanted to make people happy and he made me happy. So I liked it. It may not be up everyone's alley or everyone's cup of tea or whatever, but you can definitely give it a try if you haven't seen it. I enjoyed it.
I wanna have a daughter, so I can finally have someone around the house who can fit their hands in a Pringle can. Yes, I'm still on the Pringle cans thing. Yeah, I'll move on, all right? But that is priority numero uno.
And my last recommendation in this particular video is a guy I've loved. He also does music. It's more music than Burnham or whatever. It's just songs, but they are freaking brilliant, really funny, very dark humor as well. Apparently I have quite dark humor. I'm coming to realize actually right now because, well, I guess I knew it, just not so evidently. Anyway, this guy is called Lynch. I always get that wrong. Stephen Lynch. And it's weird because I was kind of just like researching him, Googling him to give you guys like the specific name of the special. And there isn't a lot of info on Stephen Lynch. And when I was like Googling live shows or whatever, they were giving me, dates for like, apparently he's touring and doing shows now. But what I was remembering was like shows from, I'm guessing the 90s, really old stuff. So I kind of started looking through it, and I found one live show where it's him in front of the audience and stuff. It's not the one I remembered. There was two of them, and I only found one, and I couldn't find the other one to give you guys the name. But it's called Stephen Lynch Live at the El Rey. It's on YouTube. It's horrible quality, again, because it's really old. But oh my God, is this guy funny. You can also find his like songs just on YouTube, snippets and songs in this. Very dark humor. I maybe don't agree with all of it, like some certain topics some songs have and stuff. There is some gross quality of the topics and stuff. But, most of it really freaking funny. So if you like, comedy and music. Oh, also the guy has a voice. He's got some pipes on him and he has like such a beautiful voice. And it's all done with like acoustic guitar, just him on stage playing with acoustic guitar. And he kind of like masks the shows to like as if he was playing for children. And then when he starts singing, he just starts saying the most awful things. Kind of like Phoebe in Friends when she sings with the kids, but even worse. And it's just really fun. And I don't know if it's this particular show at the Live at the El Rey or the other one I saw, but I saw it like a million years ago, so I couldn't find it. But he was also he sips beer while he's singing, so he kind of just goes with the flow, and he starts like when the crowd starts laughing and stuff, he'll talk like kids quiet down, and it's just really fun. And anyway, his songs are all over YouTube and stuff, but the guy has the voice of an angel. So he starts like all the songs start with like this beautiful acoustic guitar melody. He just starts playing. Sometimes he gets like really into it. You can see it on his face. And then he opens his mouth, and out comes the voice of an angel, like, you know, Ned Flanders when he's singing in church or whatever. And then the things he says is just like, oh my, what?
If I could be a superhero, I would be awesome man. I'd fly around the world fighting crime according to my awesome plan. And if I saw criminals trying to lie, hurting other people and making them cry, I'd haul them off to jail in my awesome van. 'Cause I would be awesome man. See, kids, it's easy. No, kids, I know. Sometimes criminals want you to be a criminal too. They offer you things like drugs and alcohol, but we know to just say no, right?
So anyway, if you haven't seen any of these, highly recommended. Again, I just wanted to share because why not? Maybe somebody will find something they really like and enjoy it, or, you know, a comedian they've never heard of or whatever. And I just thought I'd share it, guys, because, again, I get this comment a lot and I get the question a lot, so why not? I hope I made somebody's day better with any of this. I hope, like Bo Burnham, I hope I made happy. Anyway. There you go. So if, you know, you're ever really bored one night and you're like, oh, I've seen everything on Netflix, I've seen everything on this, I've seen everything on that, and you haven't seen one of these, just look it up because it's mega fun. All good choices. Obviously, if any of you haven't seen it and do watch it and you're like, oh, this is crap, that can happen too. Not everything is going to be for everybody, but whatever. Again, these are my suggestions, so that's all. That's all I have to share. Guys, whatever you're off to do, have a great one, whether it's watch this, whether it's watch something else, whether it's do something else. You guys know the drill. Have a great one. Have fun. Live life. Be happy. And I will be around.